Hello, welcome to another video, and here I will select article to read, and I choose this one about reflex memory theory of involuntary motor and sensory disorders. I find it quite interesting because uh, including memory and cognitive variables in terms of involuntary motor and sensory disorders is quite interesting idea, and it's quite a new article published in 17 May in the Egyptian Journal of Neurology. And let's read a bit. Explicit and implicit memories are conserved but flexible biological tools that nature uses to regulate the daily behaviors of human beings. An aberrant form of the implicit memory is presumed to exist and may be contributory to the pathophysiology of disorders such as tardive syndromes, phantom phenomena, flashback, post-traumatic stress disorders, and related disorders. So let's read the methods. The author sourced over 60 journal articles. So I'm not sure it is really a method, so it means it's not a systematic review article, and Google Scholar is used for it. And I think if we don't make systematic review, then there's no point of mentioning which journal we used. And basically at the moment that we write Google Scholar, then it means it can be everything, because Google Scholar index almost everything, every official article website, and it's like a quite huge website. So from the reviews, the author thinks physical or chemical insult to the nervous system can cause defective circuit remodeling, leading to generation of a variant of implicit memory called reflex memory, and this is encoded interoceptively to contribute to these phenomena states. Declarative memories are forms of long-term memories that guide the daily activities of human beings. So it's quite unclear sentence, like daily activities of human beings. It is suspected that there exists a pathological form of implicit memory, thought to be, and so here I expect to see a reference, thought to be an aberrant memory responsible for excitatory, involuntary, and uncontrollable motor and sensory phenomena disorders such as tardive syndromes, phantom phenomena, flashback, post-traumatic stress disorders, and related disorders. Because of the assumption that these disorders are all occurred, they have similar characteristics and originate from defective circuit remodeling, and their persistence are connected to a pathological form of memory, they are categorized as acquired reflex phenomena disorders. These disorders have been problems for both patients and physicians for centuries. Interesting. So reflex memory theory presumes that when there is an insult to the nervous system due to physical injury or chemical assault, the neural cells, in an effort to remodel by re-establishing connectivity or restoring lost cells, trigger complex excitatory, molecular, and structural neural mechanisms that overwhelm the neural homeostatic capacity, and this may lead to excitotoxicity. I expect to see reference here too. So because if there is no reference, so I cannot know if this is correct, and if it's not well supported, then it's a problem. When this state is sustained for a long time, the affected cell ensembles in the network encode this state interoceptively as a memory, an aberrant memory that is labile, unstable, and in persistent recall mode, manifesting as excitatory, involuntary, and uncontrollable motor and sensory phenomena disorders. And still no reference. In the main text, the author highlighted on circuit remodeling to create an understanding of how a defect in remodeling can cause an end-state disorder. An overview of memory was given, but with focus on acquired implicit memory to lay a foundation for the explanation of the concept of reflex memory. The discussion continues with the explanation of the reflex memory theory, its proposed role in the pathophysiology of acquired reflex phenomenal disorders, and its application in proposing options for the disorders. It's interesting, defective circuit remodeling and mentioned here, and you can check this article. I find the topic quite interesting, and I'm curious because I'm personally quite interested in memory, cognitive skills, and I find it quite interesting that the relationship, observing the relationship and investigating such relationship, because as you know, those involuntary movement disorders are also related to cognitive skills, and somehow that is quite interesting to investigate such relationships. So here there is a graph: long-term memory, explicit or implicit, explicit memory, episodic events, semantic, and sensory memory, motor memory. So those texts are not really written with the same, I don't know, maybe it is the same size, who knows. It's like sensory is like use different font, I don't know. So this is like different than the others. And I'm looking for a conclusion sentence because and the article is quite a long article. Acquired involuntary, so this is the conclusion. Acquired involuntary motor and sensory disorders originate from defective circuit remodeling but involve multiple neural mechanisms, dysregulation of excitatory neurotransmitters, neurotoxicity, calcium overload, and homeostatic failure is implicated in the process. That is quite interesting. A combination therapy that includes memory erasure and memory inhibition is expected to give a cure. I think yeah, that's interesting. So this memory is proposed to be responsible for the persistence of tardive dyskinesia, flashbacks, and post-traumatic stress disorders, phantom pains and sensations, and related disorders, even with all known therapies. So watching this video, and if you are curious, if you want to read all article, you should search the title, and have a beautiful day.